Hello friends, welcome to yet another Firefox extension video. So here we are going to make two more Firefox extension. So as you know, this is my extension list where I have submitted many Firefox extension, actually 28 around 1 year back. So I'm going through a lot of them, and this is a good way to learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript, because we use a lot of JavaScript in these small extensions. So the extension which we are going to create today, first of all, it is a simple note extension which I personally use also. See, this is the note extension. So when you take your mouse inside it, it becomes editable, and you can write anything like this is, and this is really saved to the local storage or website. See, and I move my mouse over it, so it becomes like uneditable. So now if I go back, and this is saved, even if I close my browser, this will be saved in the browser's local storage. So this is the first one, and just moving the mouse it becomes editable, and just moving the mouse out it becomes uneditable. So this is a very cool extensions in which you can take some notes. So this is one of the extensions which we are going to create today. Another one is known as website stats. So it's even better because it tracks all the websites which you have visited and give you a number of the website which is. So how is it useful? So if you are in habit of visiting some social media sites too often during the work, and you want to know how much time you have visited there, so you can just go here and click here. So see, I have visited localhost 68 times, means I work a lot on a local host, means I am working a lot. Then LinkedIn I visit a lot, and Udemy I visit a lot. So these two are a good sites. Then docs I visit, so I am good, means, and then what you do there, all those things, it nice stats it can give. So if you visit Facebook or Netflix more on your desktop or laptop, so it will give that. So this is what it is. So let's get started, and let's start creating. So again, I am in my same add-on folder which we are doing so much in this. So here I will create a new folder known as simply notes, and I will add, as always, manifest.json. Let me increase the font size. Yeah, so just let me take you to manifest.json. Nothing much like version, description, icons which are soon going to put, applications, browser actions. Again, means browser action. If you put this browser action, it means that when click on that icon, that simply notes icon, it will open this popup.html, and it will have an icon. And but one thing which is just taking it is permission storage, because we are using the local storage. So it is taking that permission storage. So let me save it, and now let me first do the main thing, and that is icons. I will copy my icons, simply notes icons, and I have copied my icons. Okay, so the icons are copied. Now the thing is that, as I have mentioned here, that there will be a page bar, and inside that there will be popup.html. So we have to do that. So here folder page bar. So I could have directly put also, but it's okay. popup.html. popup.html is done. Then let me create HTML, but as usual we don't need most of the things, because this is not a website, this is an add-on, but it is created using the familiar web technology HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so this this is title. Also you can leave because we don't want it. And link css, let me write it as popup.css. okay, and in body let me come down and script src will be popup.js. so in a generally in any HTML project also we do the script at the end so that it is executes at the end. Okay, so then dot flex box, and inside this text area, I don't want this many things, so id of content and p, click inside the box to start taking notes. Okay, one more thing, because I just forgot to do. Let me save it, and I already have installed this extension, so let me disable it, or else we won't be able to see them in the temporary add-on because they will land. So this is my add-on manager in my Firefox. So here is a simply note. I will not delete it, I will just disable it, and website stats also I will disable, so both of them are gone. Okay, so now I can, when I complete it, I can load the temporary add-on. So let me go back. This is our HTML is completed. And let me create the CSS and the JS file. So they will also be in the same folder because see, we have shown it here. So popup.css, popup.js, those two I will do. So let's do one thing. Let's copy the CSS because the next add-on will be a bit more. So let me copy the CSS. Okay, so the CSS, let me explain it. The body is there with some background, the flex box which we have made. So both of them will be the flex children. So display flex, flex direction column, text and center, justify, and paragraph we are making it also having a nice margin, font weight, and all those things. Content font family, we are taking a cursive type of font family for the content. So this is the content we are taking that, and width and height we are giving. So this we are setting up the text area, and this is very important. The attribute content editable, this we will also set it from the JavaScript. So this is something known as content editable. If you do this property in CSS, what it happens, the content becomes editable. Okay, so when the content is editable, this means when the content is editable, the background color will change and the transition will be there. So these two are there. Let me save it. Now we'll go to the popup.js file, and here let's start coding. So where my window id. Sometimes where is required also means it is we can access it at a lot of places. Is sometimes these shortcuts we take, so everybody will say that not use where, but sometimes it is required. Content box equal to document dot query selector is content. So here we are, let me bring it here. Here we are selecting this hash content. Okay, so after that window dot add event listen. So we use a lot of event listeners here. Mouse over, whenever we move the mouse over here, then what will happen? Content box dot set attribute content editable is true. Content editable will be true. Okay, and now this is when the user moves the mouse inside that box. Okay, so now when the user moves it outside, the code we will write window dot add event listener mouse out content box dot set attribute is content. Let me copy it. Content editable, as you might have guessed, content editable will be false here. Okay, so after that let content to store equal to an empty object. Content to store content text content to store, and inside that key value pair we are going to store. So the content text equal to content box content box dot value. So this text area which we are having, this hash content is that text area which we have. So this its value we are going to store, and browser dot storage. Oh, not like this, not like this. Sometimes this shows all this shit. Browser, see again it took this. So this is sometimes VS Code becomes too smart. Browser, let me, I don't know how I will do it, because the moment I am pressing this dot, it is giving me this. Okay, I will make it later on. Storage dot local dot set content to store. Now I will make it browser, and now I click somewhere else. Okay, browser storage at local dot set content to store. So this we are storing it in this content to store. Okay, so now browser dot, so when the program starts, so browser the storage dot local dot get dot then. So when this program starts, it does at that time results if results dot content text equal to undefined content box dot value equal to type any content. Okay, so if it is undefined, then it will say that type any content. Okay, and else, so one thing you can see, I am not using curly bracket, because if you have just one statement in a if else, you don't need curly bracket. Content, just the tab should be there. Content box dot value equal to results, and this content text. So this is the same content text which is stored here, so it will be there. Okay, so let me save it, and now it's time to load our temporary add-on and see whether it is working or not. So it should work. For temporary add-ons, simply notes, yeah, we have just created it. Simply notes, I have to take this manifest.json. The moment I take manifest.json, this should come. Yeah, it have come. So earlier I have removed it, so this is from local only, because I have removed it from here. So let me click it, and it is coming. Type any content, and if I am taking it inside, yeah, it is keeping it. And so this is a good add-on. So it is not saving, something is not working. Yeah, it is saving. I think the first time it doesn't save. Okay, so it is working fine. So this completes our first add-on. So let me remove it, and now we will do our second add-on. So as usual, you can get the code from the GitHub link. So the second add-on, as I've told, it's the much larger add-on, which tracks the websites you have visited. Okay, so let us do that, and so for that I will come back here. Let me do one thing, let me close everything, and that one will be known as website stats. Again, manifest dot json will be there as usual, and let me copy it, close this, copy it, manifest.json. Let me tell it again, it has got a browser action. So whenever we give this browser action, it means there is an icon, and on click of that icon, this something will be shown, this default pop-up, this will be shown. And see, the permissions are different this time. This we have got a special permission known as web navigation also, because we need this thing. Okay, so background, so there will be a background script also here. So this will be a bit more code in this add-ons, a bit more complicated, you can say. Okay, so there is a pop-up also, and there is a background script also which runs in the background, because we need to keep track of the websites which the user visited. So there have to be a background.js file which runs in the background. Yeah, it runs in the background and sees the which websites the user have visited. So as you can see, add-ons are very powerful, and actually all the websites keep track of you. So these add-ons also keep track of the websites you visited. Okay, so and the other things also. This is a very powerful add-on actually. So let not talk that much, and let us create it. So okay, the icons are not there, so reveal in file explorer. And where are my icons? This I can close. This is my icons. Come back, icons, close it. Icons have come. Now the first file which I want to create is this popup.html, popup.html, which we have just mentioned in the manifest. Popup.html, then shift and this, and then tilde, and then a tab. So this is the shortcut, and I don't want this. Even a title is not required here, because it is not a website. Link css is popup.css, and as usual I will put the script src. Script src is popup.js file. Yeah, and in the body s3 will be there, and we will be constructing a lot of HTML from our JavaScript. So again, this is a very cool thing, top navigated hosts. So this, while creating the add-ons, you learn a lot of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. ul hash host. So this is again a shortcut, id of host, and there will be an li inside it. No data collected yet. Okay, and then okay, I will copy it actually, because we are going to show two things actually, top navigated host and top navigated types also we are going to show, and this will be types and no data collected yet. Again, yeah, same thing. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to do is the popup.css. Let's start popup.css, and let me take it popup.css again. So again, HTML body, I like this color a lot, so I use it a lot, and h3 text shadow, these things I like. The count, just I'm going to have that. I have that host names, types name, and ul types. So these things, ul host and types, we will be using this list style. So list style, I'm changing it to that image, arrow icons. So this is very small thing, black on black, it is very difficult to see, but we are going to use it. Okay, Okay, so let me save it. And now we are first not going to make the popup.js, but we are going to first make the background .js, which we have told that it will run from the background. So let us make that background.js. Come here, website stat, background.js is done. Now let us start coding the background.js. Var getting stored stats equal to browser dot storage dot local dot get. So we are getting the local storage, and then after that getting local storage dot then results if not of results dot stats results equal to host type equal to this. Okay, so if there is no stats, then both of them, host and the type, we are making as empty. So and then one of the heavy lifting tasks of this add-on, which is the keeping the track of the type and the URL, that will be done by our Firefox. The Firefox provides us a lot of different things, different methods it provides. So those methods which we are going to use. So whenever we write something like browser dot something, that is provided by Firefox to us. Okay, so if you make Chrome extension, those things will be provided by Chrome. So Chrome extensions also you can make, they're quite similar, but that is something which I know that it is browser dot something in Firefox, and in Chrome it is Chrome dot something. But Chrome extensions are not free to submit in the add store. So what is the app store, or what is this add-on store? So this add-on store is there. It is Firefox, it is free of cost. Okay, so as you might know, all app store or anything, you have to, they charge something. Like Google Play Store also charges something, but this doesn't charge us a dime. So you can just create an account and then submit it. And there is a process. Yeah, it takes one day, it takes sometimes 1 day even for your extension to be verified, because it have to be verified. It can be a malicious code, so those get verified and then they are stored there. Okay, so this is how Firefox extensions are. Chrome extension also, what I know, it's very less, I think $5 or something, but I'm not sure. So let's continue. So okay, so the thing which we are going to do, actually, okay, we are going to do it inside only getting started .10. So it means that all of our code is inside this only. So if results are not there, okay, not even there, this I'm better sec. Okay, this is very good extension. This gives a nice rainbow color. Okay, so it will be here. So I've got these two nice extension, some indent rainbow or something, and this, I know where my brackets ends, so it is very important in larger projects. Okay, so browser dot web navigation. I'm not even getting suggestions because they're very not that much used. Not that many people create add-ons. On committed browser.web navigation.on committed dot add. So this is not add event listener, this is add listener. So this expects those things. EVT, we'll get this back. Web navigation dot on committed. The spell is right. Yeah, the spell is right. EVT dot frame ID not equal to 0. Return, and then let transition type equal to EVT dot transition type results dot type. So we are creating that inside the type objects which we created here. Inside the object we have got another thing, results is an object, and inside that object we have another object of type. So type transition type. Yeah, the transition type we will store equal to results dot type transition type, or it is 0. This is how we store. Okay, so then result dot type transition type, because it's a number plus we are going to do. And so as I have shown that it is a number, how many times we have visited that site, it will show. Browser dot storage dot local dot set results so this results we are storing. Okay, so now here inside only browser dot web navigation dot on committed, and there is another method known as on completed. So the famous Mozilla development network, you can study, you can get to know about all these things. So there is very good documentation for all this. I have done it from there only. Add listener, and they've got some very good examples, and I have learned most of the add-ons thing from those examples only, because it is very difficult to get a YouTube video or some tutorial on these things. If evt dot if evt dot frame id, when it is the same thing, why to write it again? Const url equal to new url evt dot url results dot host because we want the URL names also, like the URLs which we visited. We are doing that URL dot host name equal to, again the same thing we are going to do, or it will be 0. Plus again, let me have this, and it is the results. Okay, so after that we are going to have a second parameter here. Let me do it like this. Then this will be again an object, and here I will write URL. So this is something which we have to do, and inside this array we will have schemes, and inside that, because we want to track only the HTTP and HTTPS sites which we have visited, so HTTP comma HTTPS, so we have to give this scheme which we have visited. I think I have done right. I think, because sometimes these brackets can be a problem. I think it is right, or else it would have given error. Okay, let me check. Yeah, it is right. Okay, so this is how it will get storage from the background. This is a lot of work will be done by the background. Okay, so it is time to create our popup.js, which will actually show all those things on the popup. That popup.js that will create a lot of HTML on the go. So popup.js we will do, and popup.js const max items equal to 5. So I'm only showing the top 5 websites which I visited. You can show 10 also, like it is a pop-up. You should not show more than 10. Okay, so it will not be nice. Then we will write two function first. Function sorter array return object dot keys. So the array which we are passing, array dot sort a comma b return array a less than equal to array b. Function add elements element comma array comma callback. So we are using this callback. while so these two are helper things. So as you know, sorter will help us to sort, and there will be add elements which will help us to add the elements. Element dot first child element dot remove child element dot first child. If it is element dot first child, then it will remove it. Okay, so then after that, for let I equal to 0, I is less than array dot length I plus plus. If I is greater than equal to max items break. So we are not showing more than max items, and const list item equal to document dot create element li list item dot inner HTML equal to callback, the callback which we have array. Yeah, this is another way to create the callback. If you want to know more about JavaScript, check my vanilla JavaScript playlist. Element dot append child list item okay. So after this we are going to add the main code for our getting stored stat. So let's us do that. Okay, so after function ends here, where getting stored stats, getting stored stats is coming equal to browser dot storage dot local dot get, then getting stored stat dot then results if results dot type dot length is triple equal to 0, or results dot host dot length triple equal to 0, then return. Okay, this let me console.log also. I want to show something. Results, let host element equal to document dot get element by id. So we are getting that host id, this id we are getting, get element by id hosts, and then add elements. So we're calling this add elements. Okay, before add elements we have to do another thing. We will use our other function, let sorted hosts equal to sorter. In the sorter we will pass results dot host. In the sorter we will pass this results dot host, and then in the add element we will pass the host element comma sorted host. So this array we will pass, and then the another thing is the callback host, and this will contain the return span id equal to host name dollar host. So we are creating this span and we will insert it span or span class equal to, so this id host name, see we are already creating this id host name, we are already given this in the css id host name. Okay, there's something wrong. I think this it should be like this id host name. Okay, n is capital because we have created it like that. So span class is the count, c is again capital, this will be close here, dollar results dot host move it span and visit or s visits like this. Now we'll do the same thing again for the types. So yeah, so for types, let's see, Control C and Control V I will do, because we just have to change something here. So first it will be type element is it is not host, it is types. Sometime when I copy paste, a lot of things remains there. Sorted, not host, it is sorted. Types is result dot type, and then we are going to pass the type element here, sorted type here. Instead of host, let it call it type. So this is what is known as a callback function. When we call this callback here, then only this gets called. Okay, so this is a very good example of a callback function which we learn in. This is a practical example of callback function. There is a lot of things which we learn, so this is one of our practical uses. So a lot of the time people think what is a practical use. This is type. Instead of host, it will be type, and this will also be type, and this will also be type, and what else? Host name, the count is okay. There is something known as type name also. Let me this time copy it. Type name. So ID is type name. So this things we are creating. So let me save it. So actually let us also see some of the console logs so that we can understand what is coming back and all those things. So let us add some more console logs. So let me go up here and list item here, and CLG array I. So what is this array I which we are passing in the callback? Let us find it out. Comma array I, then the results is there. Let us put some in this host only, because the elements it is anyways it is same. So result is there. So another CLG here, and to see the console logs, it's also a bit different. It is not like same like what we do. Sorted host is sorted host, and then I want to see the host and result dot host. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control X. So this I want to see host is host, and results dot, what is this? Results dot host. Save it. Okay, so let us load this and see whether it is working or not. So where I am, okay, load temporary extension, add-ons, website stats, manifest.json. So it is like this. And now how to see the log? So to see the log, we have to do a inspect. Okay, so inspect, it will show like this, and can't access property, add event listener, web navigation dot on committed is undefined, some error is there. So let me figure it out, or let me see whether it is coming or not. If I go to some site like google.com, then yeah, so we are getting some error. So let me figure it out. So I got the issue. Actually this was, I had made it like this, so there spell mistake was there. So save it, committed it, it was T double T, so it was not working. So let me go back, and I have removed it. Sometimes it is better to remove and do it again. Then if you do something, change something, you can reload it also, but it's better to remove it. Or you can do it like this, reload, and then inspect will show the console log. So it is not like a website. The inspect shows the console log. You can ignore this one now. Okay, so let me, why it is showing 120. Okay, so let me click here. So link visited to, it is showing, but everything is empty now. So you have to visit some site now. So let me visit google.com. okay, google.com I have visited. Now I will click it. See, now everything is empty. I will click it. Now see, now everything will come. google.com, one visit, top navigated types also. So all these things are there. So the result object. So let us also see a bit of it, what it is coming. So as we have shown, let me do it side to side, and let me do it a bit smaller. Okay, so because see, the everything is complete, add-on is complete, you can submit it, but I want to see, means show exactly what we are getting and on. So the first, this we will come from here, result is, so this console log, this result is coming from here. So the result is we are getting the results which are there. First, the result is an empty object. The first time which we get, it is nothing like this. Okay, so see here. So the results we are getting is host, google.com, and object, link type. All those things we have got because we have just gone to the results. Okay, so after that we have this sorted host is there. Sorted host is again, means it will do this google.com only, because this is only, there is only google.com we have visited. And then if I visit more site, yeah, let me visit more site, but I will show. So array I is again, this host is google.com, array I is again google.com, and so it is like this. So again this where is the number it is showing? Yeah, so number also it is showing 32, 18, and this I am showing this array I also here. So what is this array? So this is something like this. Okay, so if I visit maybe udemy.com, okay, and then let me go back here, let me click it, and let me remove all these things, and let me click it again. So see, I have visited two sites now. So the array I this sorted host, this is very important. It is for Udemy and Google. Then result.host, it contains how many times I have visited it. So you can go through this console.log again to understand it better. So actually this completes our add-on, and hope you like both of these add-ons. And the second one was a bit complicated, but you can go through the code again, go to the console logs, like I have shown you how to do the console logs, and you will be able to understand it. And it's a very powerful add-on. The second one especially, you can do a lot of things with that, because it is actually this two method provided by Firefox, this where it is, yeah. So this web navigation, not two method, one method web navigation is very powerful, which gives us, actually this only gives us that result.host and all those things. So this is very powerful, and this gives us all the host names and all those, and this will keep on running in the background and all. Okay, so this completes our add-on. Hope you like it. Please do subscribe to my channel so that I can create more videos.